We've shared thousands of stories with our audience over the past 300 episodes. In honor of this exciting milestone, we decided to crack open the vault and have 10 past and current Naperville News 17 reporters share their favorite story.
If I were looking at overall favorite, I would have to say when I interviewed World War II POW Arnold Monsieur.
Monsieur spent more than a year and a half as a German prisoner of war.
I was 22,304.
I just really hope that the story that I told using old World War II footage, using the photos Arnie shared with us, his medals, his words, his stories, I really hope that came across to the viewers that watched that, and they too were taken back to that time when the greatest generation was fighting for us and fighting for the country to be what it is today.
I have several favorite stories. I'm in a unique position where, I've reported a little bit for the news, and the key story that I report on most of the time is history related. And for the last year or so, it has been with, longtime resident Rita Harvard, who we lost in early summer.
I was a little kid. Mom was in everything. You name it in town, she was involved with it.
Still to this day, I think one of my favorite stories that I've done was about a young girl, a 10-year-old girl that was suffering from SMA, which is a type of muscular dystrophy, and she was also terminally ill. And the story was about this girl's best friend who was holding a garage sale to raise money for research.
For all of these children, for them it will mean, because they cleared out their playroom, they helped fund a cure.
My favorite story, looking back, I'd say was in 2009. I met a woman. She was a breast cancer survivor. Dee Dee Schwartz was her name. And she actually invited me to come with her for her radiation treatment at Edward Hospital.
I'm not afraid of having cancer. I want to get well.
It really helped me realize that, if you're going through a struggle, it helps to put your story out there because other people are going through the same struggle.
I would have to say that probably my favorite story was one I was able to do on Phil LAWLER.
Is it Peter Pan that says, "I never want to grow up"? I guess I looked at that and go, you know what, why not pick a job that you would enjoy doing? It'll just be fun the rest of your life.
He passed away. He had cancer and he was sick for years, but he had such a tremendous impact on the community through his work, his tireless efforts towards physical education and bettering fitness and the lifestyles of children around Naperville.
Probably my favorite news story was something that, we got an email from a parent of somebody that went to Springbrook Elementary School at the end of the school year. My kid's third grade teacher is doing something really interesting to help the kids learn averages at the end of the year. And she's going to have them spit watermelon seeds, measure how far they go, and then you get 3 times the spit of watermelon seed, and you take the average of each distance. By the end of the day, all those kids knew the median, the mean, the average, how all these things work together, and obviously they had a fun day about it as well.
One of my favorite stories I did at NCTV was about a homeless high school student. We met up with her for the first time in January of her senior year, and I remember her #1 goal was to graduate high school.
Education is important in every part of the world, so I want to graduate, do best in high school, and then when I graduate I want to go to college.
A few months later, come around that May, we were at Naperville North's graduation ceremony when she walked across the stage and got her diploma. And it was just really nice to see this girl who had gone through such hardships in her life be able to meet her top goal.
My favorite story that I have done over the past couple of years would have been the Citizen Fire Academy that I did last year. I have always really admired firefighters and anyone in the public service. Firefighters, I've always admired them for their bravery and their strength and their courage and everything that they have to do to help everyone out in a really big time of need. I got to really put myself in that position for 8 weeks. I went through a class. I got to do every single step that there would be to go through the fire academy, and I definitely admire them even more now that I know on a first-hand basis what they go through every day.
I have to say my favorite story while I was at NCTV, I did a story on a new type of workout called mixed martial arts that a lot of people are getting into. And it was really neat because the stand-up I did, I actually got tackled myself.
Ryan Jones, Naperville News 17.
So, you know, you got a firsthand feel for what it was like to be part of mixed martial arts, and you really got an in-depth look at the, you know, why people do it, and it's not just, you know, for violence. A lot of people really do lose weight and, you know, get in great shape doing it.
One of my favorite stories that I've covered, or type of story, is the honor flight.
Hundreds of people packed Midway Airport to greet World War II veterans returning home from Washington, D.C.
It was neat to see thousands of people, you know, pack the airport to just see all these World War II veterans, you know, come back from a trip in Washington, D.C. and be recognized for their past service years ago.